Head coach Tom Brent.
We were in some holes, and the good thing is we bailed ourselves out of some holes. But I'll say this, I heard something John Smith said after his duel with Oklahoma, and it's pretty true here too. We're not just trying to beat Iowa State. We're trying to close the gap on the best teams in the country, and because we're not the best team in the country, and we got a lot of work to do if that's the case. That was a very close duel, even though the score was lopsided. And there's some tough situations that we did not wrestle through, and that is a concern, big time.
Is there something said for some of the guys to kind of, fight through and end up getting those close ones?
Well, bonus points at, was it 2 matches? Bonus points could have been the difference in the duel. And so that's good. I mean, the guys like Sorensen having a strong third period, getting bonus points, that's big. Gilman, 19-4. I don't know how those points added up so quick at the end there. But, good job to him. And Sam Brooks was the other one. So there's our three All-Americans there. Meyer had a good win. We're thinking about things that aren't important in wrestling match to think about. And, I'm not going to call any names out, but you know who they are. And we have to do a better job of that growing up right now. Because, this is not about beating Iowa State. This is about putting a team on the mat that's worthy, and that is going to go out there and, for some reason, there's a lot of flailing, like a setup in a flail, and you're going the wrong way. You're going too many directions, to get underneath the guy and pick him up and put him down. And there has to be more like this. And I'm putting, emphasis into that. But what I'm saying is real. It's not an exaggeration. And, you're flailing and you're just hoping when you're flailing. And when you hope, that means you're looking for shortcuts. It means you're looking for the easy way out. And, these guys aren't going to give it to you easy. These opponents will not. And it's going to get tougher. We go to Midlands, and then we go to Michigan trip, and then we got Oklahoma State, Penn State, and Ohio State in the middle of January. Back to back to back. And, this guy right now is, and we got to get Clark in there, maybe, but Laux, he shows our depth. We got to get Stoll in there maybe, but hey, Holloway shows our depth. And, these guys need to be thinking about, scoring points and their own wrestling instead of other things out there. Guys don't fall down when you blow on them. They fall down when you put them down, and if you don't put them down right away, it's multiple times, multiple. And there are technical things and skills, and you work in the scenario and you work in the situation, but really when you're out there, it's about that repeated. And we didn't do that, but we did win some close matches.
I know you said earlier in the week that the environment here, how loud the crowd is, that's really when guys like Phillip can step up. What did you see from some of those guys who were kind of on the fence?
Well, our crowd, they crave good wrestling, and they crave, things like that could have happened at 57 if we really nailed the coffin shut there. But that guy is, he's proud of the fact that he can scramble, their guy at 57, and, De Blasi. And so we have to be smarter, and when the ride gets heavy and you get reversed, or it's later in the match or the period and the momentum went against you, you still got to find a way to overcome that. That's what our crowd wants to see. They cheered for Brooks, and they cheered for Gilman, and they cheered for Sorensen, and Meyer, that was good. Topher Carton was good. But Topher Carton doesn't have to wait till the end. But the one thing about Topher Carton is he got to take down the third period. That's big. That's big for that weight class for us. So I'm not down, but I'm not going to sit here and congratulate ourselves because we get to keep the trophy another year. And, we added to our Cy-Hawk point total, which we did a good job this week. Bluter and McCaffrey and their teams did a good job. I didn't see Mark Long. I apologize. Did Mark Long win last night? So, hey, good job, Mark Long. I should be following you more, but I followed you the last time because you put me and Terry in the pool against each other. So good job to that. And we added to that. That's important. It's important to our administration. It's important to our fans. But, we want to be the champion, and we're a long ways from that. We can get there, but we gotta figure that our guys are. We gotta figure that our opponents aren't gonna fall over when you blow on them. They're gonna fall over when you put them down, and it takes repeated attacks with lots of energy.
Meyer got late takedown.
I mean, another example is a guy stands up and we let him go. Too easy. At 65. Put him down. Sorensen, finish that first period on top. Put him down. Put the energy into him. Go ahead, sorry.
Meyer got late takedowns in both the first and third period. What kind of toughness or greatness? How much does that speak to that?
And he needed them. He needed the first period takedown because he got taken down late in the second and then didn't escape. So he needed that late third period takedown. Meyer was building his lead when he got scored on at the end of the second period, and that was a dandy shot. All right, I'm not talking about Meyer. We're going to get better in that position. We're going to finish that position. We just brought our head and knee too close together and went the wrong way instead of coming up and in. And if we come up and in there, we're up, 5-1 or 4-1 going into the third period, and our choice is down. Instead it's the guy takes us down in our shot. But it was big, in a good win for Meyer. There was a lot of conversation at the beginning of the year about Weatherspoon and how he finished last year, and Meyer was ranked down below him, and that was a big match for Meyer, Alex Meyer.
What do you like most out of Carton's performance?
Topher Carton?
Yeah.
He bailed himself out of a hole, and the guy unraveled a little bit, gave us some help with some, funny things that were going on with cautions and stuff, and, guys aren't going to make those mistakes later on in the year either, but, we could get to the guy earlier. The thing I liked about Topher Carton, I said it earlier, he got a third period takedown. Topher Carton getting third period takedowns is what we're looking for. Because I know he can score the first and second period and ride tough. And he was another one that maybe let that guy go too easy. Just put a tough ride on that guy. And you can because you're a tough rider. But you can also get to him earlier. We were too high. As soon as we started head faking a little bit, we got some openings there. And, we were in deep and the guy kicked away. We were right there, but the guy had his arm. We needed to change directions, like Brooks, you're going one way and then come back the other way. See, and everything I'm doing there is explosive, just right here on this table. And it's not slow. And then he got to him in the third period, so that's where I like third period takedowns.
Anything else?
Tom, you gonna have Stoll and Midlands? So you can get ready for that?
We don't know yet. If we do, it will be limited. And I just don't know what we're going to do there yet. We're going to have him at Michigan for sure, January 6th. But we'll see what we do from here on out. He's ready. He's chomping at the bit. He's ready. But, we got to do the right thing.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
I understand Kevin Jackson